A lot of ladies ask me how to attract more men, but not just attract them, get it to where the men are actually obsessed with them. Get it to where these guys are chasing them rather than her having to chase the guys, or having to beg the guys or push the guys or try to do everything in their power to get the guy to want to be in a serious relationship or want to take things to the next level. Now, a lot of people are going to watch this video in which I talk about attracting guys and getting them obsessed with you and say, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get nobody obsessed with me. That's not what I want to do. Well, cool. If you don't want to do that, then this video isn't for you. I create these videos based on questions that are asked to me, and the things that I put in the videos are the list that I make up, or the techniques that I give you are based on consultations that I've done. They're based on detailed questions that I've done, and I've had an opportunity to see multiple people try these things and them work. This causes me to make more and more videos about the subject. This is why I make premium content about the subjects. This is why I do consultations and talk to people about it. This is why when I review your profile, I'm reviewing it based on what has already worked for other people. That is what I do. If this is not for you, or what I'm talking about is not for you, then it's a tool that you don't need to put in your toolbox. Now, the first thing you want to do is paint the picture. What you want to do is make sure you set up a great profile if you are online, whether it's social media or whatever. You want to make sure that you dress really well as you possibly can. Invest in yourself. This will help you in a lot of different things, not just in relationships, but also help you in the workplace. It'll help you dealing with people, because people basically look at you and they look at how you take care of yourself, and they kind of decide whether or not you're somebody that they can respect, somebody they can do business with, somebody that they would like to deal with going forward. Even if you have to do some makeup contouring, work some angles in your pictures, make sure that you really put your best foot forward, because a lot of how a guy is going to treat you is based on what he saw when he first met you, or when he first was able to see a picture of you or whatever. Most of the time, a guy is going to base a lot of how he treats you on what you presented. And you do the same with a guy. I know a lot of women like, man, that's so shallow. Stop it. You do the same with a guy. When you see a guy not taking care of himself, you see a guy not putting his best foot forward, you should take that as a sign that he's probably not going to do much for you. A person who doesn't care about themselves can't care about anyone else. Number 2, pregame. You want to build as much interest as you possibly can before you even go out with the person. This is why online dating is so important at this period in time, because it establishes courtship, which y'all may not know, and I think some of you probably do. If we go way, 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 way back to where men had to follow the code of chivalry, and then even after that, what would happen was a guy would have to go through a long period of time courting the person. They would have, before they could even go out on a date with them. I'm saying you couldn't even go out. You couldn't even be like, let's go to the drive-in. You couldn't be like, let's go to a jousting tournament. Yeah, you know, whatever. You couldn't do any of those things. You had to spend a lot of time getting to know the person's family. You had to spend a lot of time getting to know people who would vouch for you, things of that nature. It wasn't like you could just walk up to a girl, be like, yo, I'll talk to you Sunday night, and then it was a wrap. It didn't work like that. You had to go through a process. This meant that the person was invested before they ever got to make any real physical contact. This is what you want to do with social media, with online dating, and things of that nature. Even if you work together or something like that, to where you're not going to be out on the date when you start trying to build a rapport and get investment from this person. Because if you try to do it when you're already out, you're already in their presence, now you're kind of working backwards, because you're already with the person and you're trying to get them to want to invest in you when they're already out with you, which means you're investing at the same time. If you can do it on the phone, if you can do it while you're in a group setting at work, if you can do it online, it puts you in a position where the guy has already invested before you ever actually get a chance to be physical. Number 3, compartmentalize. This is something that you need to start learning to do with relationships. Everything isn't everything. Every relationship doesn't have to be everything to you. Every relationship doesn't have to be perfect. Every relationship doesn't have to check every single box. What you have to do is you have to start putting people in a place based on what they're doing for you. You have to start putting people in a place that allows you to get as much as you possibly can out of each relationship without bending over backwards, without putting yourself in a compromising space. Now, I know what some of y'all are going to be saying, you're trying to turn us into narcissists. Some of the dudes might be watching this video going, man, you turn these girls into players. What's wrong with you, man? I'm the one that does the playing. I get it. I understand. But that first thought process is basically like a person that's going to be poor their entire life. If you ever talk to a person that's going to be poor their entire life, ask them about rich people and what they think about rich people. They think every rich person is a liar, a cheater. Every rich person sold their soul or something like that to become successful. Because at the end of the day, they just don't understand that there's a game within the game. They don't understand that you have to have strategies to be successful. You have to use your resources to be successful. They just don't get it. They think they're just going to show up, be themselves. I'm going to walk into the room and say, look at me, this is me, and then everything's going to work out. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. There's not really enough resources being made available for everybody to get some. Most people, when they become successful and they get opportunities, they're going to take the resources they need for themselves and their families. It's the same thing with relationships. If you have a situation set up where you're trying to get a relationship, you're trying to get things to go a certain way, and you're not using the resources at your disposal, and these resources could be people. You might need somebody that's your mechanic. You might need somebody that is your confidant, somebody you can talk to, somebody you can cry on their shoulder and kind of waste their day a little bit. Yeah, it is what it is. You might need somebody that might throw you a couple dollars here and there. You might need somebody that got the hookup on the cheap tickets so you can travel across the country. You might need that, and it might be different guys. This just doesn't mean you have to have sex with them or do anything that compromises you, but it's no reason not to take what they would give and get help. You don't think guys do that? They do. Duh. People do that because it helps them succeed. If the person doesn't want to give you what you're asking for, they don't want to do it, that's their business and that's on them. But if they do, great. You can win off of it. Number 4, be about it. This one can be a little more difficult for people, and a lot of people will reject this one. This may not be the one that gets all the fist bumps and the high fives because it takes some work. You have to actually get yourself some of the things that you want. You can't be out here asking somebody for Chanel purses and you walking around with a bag you bought at Walmart. If you buy a bag for yourself that you got at Walmart, there's nothing wrong with that. But just make sure that you ain't out here trying to tell somebody to buy you something that's so far above what you buy. Because that makes you look ridiculous, it makes you look broke, and it makes you look like a gold digger. You have to do some of the things for yourself that you would like for other people to do. Don't try to tell people to take you on trips and you've never gone anywhere. You need to actually put yourself in a position where you're doing for you. You got to take care of yourself physically. You have to eat right. You have to educate yourself. You have to travel. You have to do things that are going to help you present the type of person that deserves the things that you're trying to get other people to do for you. If you want somebody to give you a wedding ring, if you want somebody to give you the great honeymoon and the wedding of your dreams, or whatever it is you might be looking for, or just you're looking for a partner that's going to do things for you. If you're not doing things for yourself, they're going to feel like, well, why am I doing this stuff? Why am I over here buying you a car when you were riding a bus before I met you? If you don't have a car, you can't expect an upgrade of a car. You know, you got to get one first. So do for yourself. Start building your own life. Then it'll be a whole lot easier for you to expect for somebody else to at least match what you would do for you. And number 5, no debts. You can't expect someone to owe you for being in a relationship with you. You can't expect somebody to owe you just because they know you. You go out on a date or two with somebody, you have a good time with somebody, that doesn't mean that they now owe you a wedding ring or they owe you some long-term relationship. people often feel like this. They go into the situation thinking, you owe me this, you owe me that. You took my time and wasted it. You wasted your time. If you went out with somebody and you weren't getting what you wanted out of the situation, and you felt like the date in and of itself or the time you spent in and of itself wasn't worth it, then you wasted your time. Because if you weren't having a good time, you should have cut that off right then and there. If you were having a good time, then you don't need to expect something more out of it other than the good time that you're having. If you get more out of it, that's great, but you can't expect it. A lot of people walk around with a sense of entitlement. They feel like anytime they spend their time, it's supposed to turn out exactly the way they envisioned it. And if not, the other person is the bad guy. So get rid of the concept of debt. You don't owe them anything, and they don't owe you anything. If you get fun times and money or whatever from somebody, they chose to give you that. You don't owe them a damn thing. Nobody owes nobody.